I work in social care, so we see lots of vulnerable families, and I'm also 7 months pregnant as well. At the moment, when we're seeing these families, because we go around for home visits to check on them, see how they're doing, and we have meetings as well. And these are all things that can't stop. So these are things that need to keep going. But then at the same time, the people that I'm working with and the families that I tend to associate with through my role, they're not really too concerned about coronavirus symptoms, for example, coughing, fever, etc., because they've got so many huge things going on in their lives. For example, their children might be being taken into care.
The more, forgive me, perhaps an inappropriate word, but the more dysfunction there is in a family, the less attention they're likely to be paying to coughs and temperatures.
Yeah, exactly. And a lot of our families as well, they struggle with things such as addiction and alcoholism. So, and when people have those kinds of things going on in their lives, they're not really paying too much attention to their bodies and their symptoms, because if they're under the influence of alcohol or drugs anyway, then you're less likely to pick up on things because you're intoxicated a lot of the time.
God, yes, of
course. And so then when we go round to these houses and then people are coughing and spluttering, and we do ask them beforehand.
Well, aren't you worried? You sound very sanguine and relaxed about it all, but aren't you worried?
I'm so worried. I really am. I'm worried because not really so much for my health, because I'm in my 20s and I don't have any underlying health conditions, but
sure.
I don't know fully how it's going to affect the unborn child that I'm carrying.
I hear you, and there's no reason to be concerned, but you'd be daft not to be, wouldn't you, in the situation that you find yourself in? I wish you all the... And also, you must be a little bit worried about where we're going to be in 2 months' time when your due date comes round.
Yeah, I'm petrified.
There's a lovely piece. A friend of mine who runs Huffington Post is pregnant as well at the moment. I think she's roughly about as far gone as you are. There's a lovely piece on the Huffington Post about women in precisely your position. I mean, it won't necessarily address any of your immediate concerns, but you might find the company comforting, Miranda. It's worth digging it out. It's worth having a look at it.
Oh, thanks so much for that.
No, you're welcome. I found it a very compelling piece, and I'm over that particular hump, if you'd pardon the pun. Miranda, thank you. Before you go, actually, leadership from what level? Where do you get your lead from? Because I'm learning more and more every call, in a way, about the disparate nature of leadership. We're looking for national leadership, but as a social worker, where are you getting your guidance from, and will it be identical across the country or even the county?
So ours is coming from the council. I don't know about other councils, but ours is coming from the council, but it seems to be very limited. So, for example, we've just been told, make sure you wash your hands, and we've been told to call our clients before we go and see them to see if they've got any symptoms. But most of the time, honestly, the clients don't answer their phone.
No, I hear you.
Because they're not really in a situation where they're thinking, I'll answer my phone.
These are the known unknowns, aren't they? These are the situations that are already in place before coronavirus happens, but become relevant to coronavirus almost immediately.
Yeah, definitely. Yeah,
well, as I say, I wish you the best. I really do. It should be the most exciting time of your life, and it still will be, I promise you, but I can understand why you may need a bit of convincing at this point in proceedings. So it's so lovely to hear you sounding so upbeat and so cheerful. Your clients are lucky to have you.